Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable judges, teachers, and dear friends, my name is Muhammad Ubaydillah Hafiz Amga, and I'm from Imam An-Nawawi Junior High School, Pekanbaru. And today I'm gonna tell you the wonderful story with the title of Knights and Dragons Unite. Once upon a time, the noble knights of Stromberg were the bravest in the land. They trained to fight the dragons with their swords and shield in hand. But Sir Coral was uncomfortable with sword and angry steeds. He found it all too scary and preferred to do good deeds. The battle dragons were the fiercest in the world. They trained to fight the knights with their big flames that blaze and swirl. But young Aristotle disliked the flames which scorched as they passed by. She found it all too scary and preferred to cooling in the skies. One morning, while all the knights were training for a fight, Sir Coral slipped away into the woods out of sight. And as the dragons roared and shot their flames into the air, it got too much for Aristotle, who crept away from the lair. Sir Coral skipped along until something stopped him in his tracks. "Hello? Is there somebody there?" he called, unable to relax. Then he saw a dragon with a green, scaly snout. "Ah! Don't hurt me!" they both said at the same time. "Ah! I would never hurt you!" they responded, confused at the sight of a friendly foe. "Oh, don't worry," said Sir Coral. "I'm just keeping out of the way because fighting makes me nervous and they're practicing today." "Oh, me too," said Aristotle. "I find the flames too hot. I hate the fact that dragons have to breathe down a lot. If only we weren't enemies, we wouldn't have to fight. And maybe if we work together, it'll be alright." Then suddenly, Turkora turned to Aristotle and said, "Forget this silly training. Let's put a show instead." They put their heads together in the voice of cunning scheme to join the knights and dragons into one united team. They worked and laughed all afternoon. With growing hopeful grins, this plan could bring a peaceful truce where everybody wins. They headed to the castle where all the knights gazed in shock. "How did you catch this dragon?" asked the biggest knight, Sir John. "I didn't," said Sir Coral. "She's not scary, she's my friend. We've come up with a plan to bring our squabbles to an end." Then Aristotle took flight. As he did, their plan was clear. The banner flew random, and Sir Coral gave a cheer. The message in the sky said, "Knights and dragons unite for a friendship talent building show tonight." They headed to the Dractal lair to show off their new plans. All the dragons shouted, "Aristotle, how did you catch this man?" "I didn't," said Aristotle. "He's not scary, he's my friend. We'll come up with a plan to bring our squabbles to an end." Then Aristotle flew back towards the village from the woods. They headed to the castle where the great arena stood. They worked and laughed until the sun went down and left a dusky glow, preparing for all the things they may need for putting on a show. The knights back at the castle were all huddled tightly in a scrum. A show seemed odd to many, but it did appeal to some. "I quite like juggling," said Tortilla with a smirk. "I've been known to breakdance," said Sir Clark. The dragons back at Dracto were all huddled tightly in a scrum. A show seemed odd to many, but it did appeal to some. "I'm quite good at singing," said Ruxley, who was feeling shy, and Cloudy said, "I might give riding rainbows a try." Sir Coral sat with Aristotle upon an empty stage, the audience consisting of a donkey and a page. "Well, at least we tried," said Aristotle. "I guess they just don't care." But as he was talking, a countless laughter filled the air. They looked up and saw the most amazing sight. A host of flying dragons, each one carrying a knife. Sir Tia called, I guess we should give this thing a try. It's worth a try, said Maddox. Now let's get on with the show. The audience was captured by the dragons flying around, and Sir Tittlefoot and Maddox did some somersaults on the wires. A group of street performers brought the house down with a roar, and it united than never before. Their life was so much more wholesome. With new talents and new friends, they realized life becomes so much more better when the fighting ends. So, the morals of this story are when we fight, it just takes a little bit of something in common to stop it. And when we do stop fighting, we will realize that our lives become so much more better. Thank you for listening to me. That's all for me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.